first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Just the first quarter of a tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon.
He's got room at the 30. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Aviators are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And when you review his performance last week and the game in total, I think that he understands and his team understands they were fortunate to get out there with a victory because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
And he's he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Here's Castillo looking to throw on second down. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So now make that a second sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
And some secondary help. Operating from the gun, Castillo.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on fourth down. Harris returning.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Play action. It's Burrow.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Throwing again on second down.
Burrow over the middle. He finds Higgins.
Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown.
T. Higgins
from 6 yards away.
And the Aviators are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. To throw is Castillo. Throwing to start the drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Castillo.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Here's the option going left on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Castillo to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Operating from the gun, Castillo. And that is incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Columbus with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on second down. Burrow. And incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd and a couple.
Burrow fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Aviators continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor? Is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell guys, dress for the weather and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Castillo. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught by Watkins for a Dolphins touchdown. From 21 yards away.
And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Burrow will throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Burrow. It's brought in by Harris. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination. as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Castillo. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Castillo. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Castillo now, looking to throw on 2nd down.
Open man left side, it's a tight end long. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He is going to find Hill here.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill from 4 yards out.
And the Dolphins are back within a score.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the...
He's got a man, complete, 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. On 3rd down, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
first down. Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown! John Ross from 6 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Miami set to take over.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now Castillo back to the air on second down. Throw left side complete. That's long. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
From the 9, second and 5. Off the option, here's Akers.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Akers fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
On the ground with a tight end. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Off the play fake. Castillo. Touchdown Dolphins. From a yard out.
And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Burrow looking to pass. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hill on the return.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here's Castillo to throw on 2nd down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
To throw is Castillo on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He gets it complete to Harris. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And Burrow going to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Columbus. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow will throw out to Ross. He's got it.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Mixon will take it in. Touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. A pass there over the middle to start things out. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Castillo. Flush to his right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Castillo throwing on first down.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Castillo now looking to throw on second down.
He's got long. His tight end complete.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
Gets around him.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Castillo escaping the pressure right. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Sanders is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow.
Got a man up.
And oh, he coughed it up. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. Burrow on third down. "25 yards that time.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's brought in by Harris.
He's got room at the 30.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To the air again, Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. That's a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. On second and goal, Burrow. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Again, it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard, and time a huge factor. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And the Dolphins first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Castillo. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now Castillo to throw on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Sanders' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.